This is the rise of UFC's Jon Bones Jones.
Jon Jones is widely regarded as one of the greatest mixed martial artists of all time. He has been a dominant force in the UFC for over a decade, holding the record for the most title defenses in the light heavyweight division with 11. Let's take a closer look at Jones's UFC career and some of his most notable fights. Jones made his UFC debut in 2008 and quickly established himself as a rising star in the sport. He won his first 5 fights in the UFC, including victories over Stephan Bonnar and Brandon Vera. However, it was his 2011 title fight against Mauricio Rua that truly put him on the map. At just 23 years old, Jones defeated Rua to become the youngest UFC champion in history. He followed up that performance with dominant victories over the likes of Quinton Rampage Jackson, Lyoto Machida, and Rashad Evans. Jones's incredible reach and striking accuracy made him nearly impossible to beat on the feet, and his wrestling and grappling skills were equally impressive. In 2013, Jones faced his toughest test yet when he took on Alexander Gustafsson. The two engaged in a back-and-forth battle that many consider to be one of the greatest fights in UFC history. Jones ultimately emerged victorious, but the fight showed that he was not invincible. Jones continued to dominate the light heavyweight division, defending his title against the likes of Glover Teixeira, Daniel Cormier, and Anthony Johnson. However, his career was not without controversy. In 2015, he was stripped of his title after being involved in a hit-and-run accident. He was later suspended for a year by the UFC after testing positive for banned substances. Jones returned to the UFC in 2016 and picked up where he left off, defeating Ovince St. Preux to win the interim light heavyweight title. He then defeated Cormier in a highly anticipated rematch, but the win was later overturned to a no contest after Jones tested positive for a banned substance. In 2018, Jones returned once again, this time to face Gustafsson in a rematch. Jones dominated the fight, finishing Gustafsson in the 3rd round to reclaim his title. He has since defended the title against Thiago Santos, Dominic Reyes, and Blachowicz. Jones's UFC career has been marked by incredible dominance, but also by controversies and setbacks. Despite this, he remains one of the most talented and accomplished fighters in the history of the sport. Whether he continues to fight in the UFC or not, his legacy is secure as one of the GOATs. He has also faced numerous legal and disciplinary issues outside of the octagon, including failed drug tests and run-ins with the law. Most recently, Jones has been preparing to move up to the UFC heavyweight division to challenge for the championship. However, negotiations with the UFC and current champion Francis Ngannou have stalled, and it's unclear when or if the fight will take place. In addition, Jones has faced criticism from some fans and analysts who believe that his legal and disciplinary issues have tarnished his legacy and made him a less marketable fighter. It's possible that these factors could impact his future opportunities in the UFC and his overall career trajectory. Ultimately, the future of Jon Jones's UFC career will depend on a number of factors, including his ability to stay out of legal trouble, negotiate successfully with the UFC, and continue to perform at a high level in the octagon.
There's another victim, Jon!
To be that good, you gotta be fucking crazy, and I think Jon Jones is fucking crazy. He's just getting his crazy in order. I keep my crazy under wraps. Just keep my crazy together.